and
There is a fog over Delhi.
maybe the fog over Delhi is this one here. The one here. Now, that I explained before, and this is the village. Mud walls, sky, something is burning here, and smoke is going. That's my, that I did. And I remember about 20, 30 years ago in my hometown, I saw in slums of a village, and sun is coming and like that. And that came into the painting. Then after it happened, then I realized something like that I had seen long ago, and it was in me, and it came out. In realistic style, it would never come, it was sitting in me. But when I let myself go into that trance, things happen on the canvas, and it's like a child is born, and then name is given. Something. This one is very, it's not easy to explain. Oil pastels, and then suddenly a face appears here, and body, and shapes of walls and everything in that. So, in certain, and that I kept it untitled, because you just take a look at it and enjoy it. I don't want to
This is a lady, this is her arm, right? This is her arm, like that.
A face, and this will become an arm, but I'm not doing it as arm, but while doing it, it came. So I'm not the creation happens through me. I'm not the creator. When a painting comes out of a painter, is marvelous. But when painter comes out of the painting, there is marvel of the marvelous. So this is the process. Artist is deeply into trance, and that creation happens. I do not create. Creation happens. I am just a vehicle. Through that, everything moves. But the upstairs is debris in the space. If you see the original, you will know, and I feel I wish I had those original pieces here to show you. That will give you some depth of what it is. And this is my acrylic. Not this I explained, but these are my acrylic and metallic technique that I use in 70s and 80s. Paintings look like metallic plates. Here the board is cut off, and it's like old ruins in the temple with abstract form. This middle painting is temple dancers, male and female, merging into dance of life. Then this painting is women of Kama Sutra, four heads, Hastini, Padmini, Chitrini, Hastini, Shankini, four faces. And here in the corner is head of Kama, turned upside down, that you cannot see it here in this painting here.
I think that's pretty explicit.
Such types of work is good to see. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
The lady wanted to ask a question.
Yes.
One of the ladies, and then we'll throw it open to your question. Please have a seat.
I know her very well.
Yeah. And she wanted to know about the books you have written, the one particularly in Marathi which you translated into English,
Oh.
and all your work as a writer.
Yeah.
How does that help in promoting your art culture? How does that fit into your other work, your work as a writer?
Right. Writing, I'm not a writer, and I although sometimes, but some of my short articles in Marathi was greatly appreciated by my good friend Niranjan Musgare and his wife Anupama Musgare is sitting here, and they both encouraged me that you have so much to tell, and why don't you write? Sometimes I would feel that too. Wish I was in my hometown or Mumbai or anywhere where I could talk and share my past fond memories, and let them know how these surroundings and stories shaped up my life. And that I couldn't do that by being there, so I started writing. And when I did 15, 20 stories, I thought that I finished. But then Anupama told me, no, you have a lot of stories and things. You write the way you want, feel free and write. You need not have to be literary or special style of writing and all that. Whatever the way you write, that becomes your story. So that book came in Marathi, then I translated it in English because I thought giving it to translation to someone else would filter through his or her mind, and it will go away from the soul of it, like Rabindranath's Gitanjali. The translated version got the Nobel Prize, but in translation, I feel the soul is missing. It is appealing to the Western mind, English-speaking people, but it's nothing like writing in your own language and the flow, because the flow comes from within. Translation is very hard to get the soul. That's what I feel.
Do you have any questions, audience?
I wanted to know where he was in that photograph, in that group photograph, where you could recognize some people.
Right.
Where was he?
Can we have that photograph,
Yeah.
please? You know that.
Yeah, where is he?
Yeah. Where are you in this photograph?
Which one?
This photo. Can you put your finger where you are standing here in this photo?
Standing or
Oh
sitting?
boy, it's really tricky.
Because some people are easy to recognize.
Right.
Mukesh is there. Singer Mukesh is there.
Sitting. Who got this picture? I don't know. Amar found this up. It's hard. It's hard.
You can see some of them.
So many.
You can tell.
Many.
Remember this photograph?
Yeah. Where did you get?
इसमें पटोला सब किधर है?
You tell me.
This is your life.
You all are
Yeah,
your friends.
yeah.
Friends. It's a college friend.
You know. Yes. Most of them. Yeah. Most of them. Yeah.
That is Kaithon right there.
Yeah.
You remember this photograph? Maybe they clicked here that period.
56.
You know.
This is
that
56.
part-
I was in the school.
Ara is there.
I must be in the Art-critic Academy, yes. Hussein, right? Yeah. There he is, yeah.
You have Keku Gandhi standing.
Yeah. Langhammer, I see him, yeah. But I must be somewhere I won't be in front because these are the seniors ones.
Maybe
And
you are in the last row there.
it must be somewhere, yeah, in that crowd, and I don't remember it exactly now. Oh, but it's a nice old rare picture to see, Wonderful. I must thank you. Thank you for showing me.
Do you have any other questions you want to ask? Have a seat.
Sorry, am I talking too much and taking your time or something? Once I keep on going, then you have to stop me. Yes.
I just wanted to know, since you're so Indian and so rooted, I just wanted to know, since you're so Indian and so rooted, how did you manage to live abroad without feeling the longingness to come back to your homeland? And I believe you've just come after 20 years, so how did you manage?
You see, although I'm living in New York, I'm living like the same way, the same style that I lived in Mumbai. My lifestyle it remains the same because I don't have to work. I'm always in my studio, and my I kept it with my old living style, same as it was. But I'm living in New York. That's the only difference I feel. For instance, Chandan soap, Chandan agarbatti, Vajradanti soap, and Chavanprash, and all those things I kept as it. Plus, my Marathi stayed the same. Many of my Marathi friends cannot speak or read like they used to. It takes half hour to read one page and certain words they cannot read. But I kept with my Marathi because I wasn't like 8 hours, 6 hours working with people and meeting and mingling. So my Marathi remained the same, and so is the lifestyle. Only meeting and parties and things I would in public, but most of the time I am by myself. That's why you may feel like.
Do you have any memorable anecdotes about, because you are active culturally as a tabla player, you played with Rajiv Taranap, etc. And culturally you are very much part of the New York lifestyle. So do you have any wonderful anecdotes to tell us about some visitors from India and about some memories that you have of some memorable encounters with some people that you met in America? You must have met a lot of very famous people in America, etc.
Yes, I came across famous and intelligent people, philosophers and poets, and they were attracted to me, and I was attracted to them for their intelligence. And many people got a few things from me and from them. In one meeting, a professor of religion asked me to speak to a group of children, because he talked to me and he learned few things from me, and he wanted me to talk to the students. And then in 1 hour of talk, they said I gave them more than they could learn from volumes and volumes. So I've always sort of attracted people towards me because of my Eastern wisdom and knowledge. And that way I made great many friends and was moving in a higher circle sort of. But I got fed up of that because that is what's far away from what I was exactly.
That's right. We are living now at a time when America and India have come very close together, and this is now the third generation of reforms that are happening in our country. And at a time when more and more youngsters, the young generation in India, is losing their Indianness. and going after this mad imitation of Western lifestyle, like Western culture and Western, they have become cheap imitations and clones, we say, talk about computer clones, and so what is your, the fact that you're of an older generation, what helped you to preserve your identity living in America for such a long period, 30, 40, 50 years, and you're visiting now after 20 years to India. So what is your message to the youngsters of the new generation? How did you manage to keep, I think that was her question, how did you manage to keep to your traditions and yet remain open to American influences?
Actually, the Egyptian Book of Dead says, nothing dies, but it comes back in a new form. We are deeply concerned about our young generation changing to Western ways, adopting to Western styles, Western names, English language. They cannot speak their native tongue and all that. There's a deep concern about that. In art also, something new experiments are happening. Sometimes they are so weird and so wild that you do not know, is it an art? For instance, some installation art and all that. And young people have that juice of life. And your older generation, it's finished with that.